Real Estate Investment Trust, Part 2. Now in the first video, I've spoken about what is Real Estate Investment Trust, the benefit and advantages of owning a Real Estate Investment Trust versus owning a property in itself, right? So that was the last video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the structure of how Real Estate Investment Trust is formed and how is it like, the people, the various people and the stakeholders that are involved in this Real Estate Investment Trust company. Okay, so now I want you to imagine in the middle you have that Real Estate Investment Trust company or REIT, right? And above that you have what you call the unit holders or the shareholders of these REIT companies. Okay, so what's the relationship between these two? Well, a unit holder is the one with the money that invests into the REIT company, and in return, when the REIT company makes money, they whether through rental or through selling a property, they return it right to the REIT unit holders, right, in forms of dividends or in forms of distribution. Okay, so this is the relationship between the two stakeholders. Right now, next on this side, you have the REIT manager. Okay, the REIT manager provides management services in terms of staffing, in terms of managing the group of properties, and in return, they would receive a management fee from the REIT company. Okay, so they are the ones managing the REIT company itself. Next, you have on this side, you have the trustees. Okay, these trustees are, like, for example, some banks would be the one that holds all these group of companies in trust for the unit holders. Okay, now these trustees will then act in the best interest for the unit holders to make sure that everything that the REIT company does is in the best interest for the REIT holders, because they are the investors of the company, right? And in return for holding these properties, the trustees will receive a trustee fee from the REIT company. Now, below the REIT company, you have the property itself and the property manager. Okay, so the various number of properties in the arsenal of the entire REIT company, right, would be managed by their own property managers. So what these property managers, right, will manage and service the buildings to ensure that it is serviceable, repainted, the pipes are not spoiled. So to maintain the entire property as well as to collect rental, right, and pay it into the REIT company. Okay, so the property managers actually provides these services, right, for the property, maintaining and managing it, and in return, they will provide the property will provide the property management fees and other miscellaneous fees to the property manager. Okay, so the channel goes from the property, right, when rental is collected, into the REIT, okay, and from there, distributions of dividends into the unit holders. Right, so this is the entire basic structure of how a REIT is like, the stakeholders involved in the REIT company. Okay, so and how this entire function works. Right, keep pounding. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.